Hey guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new again. This is part 2 of this huge haul for my craft supply hunting at Ollie's, where I also found stuff at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. If you want to see all the stuff I found at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, go over and see part 1. I found lots of great stuff there, trims and paper pads and just all kinds of really cool stuff. So make sure you go check that out and then come back and join me here and see what I found at 3 different Ollie's locations. And let's get started. So, first off, I am not going to be able to tell you what came from which location, I don't think. But I was in the book section. I have told you guys that I want to do a Minecraft journal. My kids play Minecraft. I actually play Minecraft a little bit. I haven't done it in a while, but my kids had me try it, and it's really cool to just, I don't know, build stuff in. It's like digital Legos. That's what I always say. Anyway, I found this book to go in my stash for my Minecraft stuff, and it was $2.99, and it's got all kinds of stuff from the game. It's got little instructions on building things. It's just got all kinds of, it says it's a 15 years, and it's the Minecraft annual. So I don't know if that means this is cool stuff that it came out last year, a year in Minecraft Live. So there's all kind of stuff in here, deleted features. So I guess stuff that's not around anymore. But there's all kinds of stuff in here. And I thought the pages would be neat to put into a Minecraft journal. Some of them could be cut out and used as decorations on journal cards. Some of them could be used as journal cards. Some of them can be used as just pages. I mean, Minecraft Ocean Floor Maze. That would be a fun page. So that was the idea behind this. And Ollie says that this book retail is $12.99, and they had it on sale for $2.99. Now, while I was in the book section of that Ollie's of that Ollie's, and of course it was the bag on the bottom all the way at the back of the pile. Okay, I found these coloring books. They had a slew of them, all this same style, and I bought, actually there's 2 styles. The first style I want to show you is these. Okay, so this one is The Language of Flowers. This book was originally $10.99, and they had it marked down to $3.99, so still quite a bit off. And the pictures are gorgeous. What I got it for was the backings. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the black and white picture that you color, but look at this. This looks like scrapbook paper, like white scrapbook paper. This happens to be a tan floral motif of some sort. This one's kind of a burgundy, what looks like magnolias, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's not the same flower as whatever's on the front of the page, so they're different. This one's green. This one is kind of a gray blue. I mean, the patterns on the backs of these, like I said, it's like a white scrapbook paper with some sort of repeating floral pattern on it. This is why I bought these books. So I looked through, some of them I left behind, but I bought a whole bunch of them to use the background pages. Now, I have some ideas on how to use that paper in journals, and maybe we'll do a video on that separately, but I got several of these. So this was The Wonders of the World. I thought the backgrounds on this was cool. So there's green, purple balloons, pink suitcases, some compasses, kind of a gold color. Look at that. Underwater shells and stuff. This one, I like the pictures. I don't like these pictures as much as I did the floral pictures. There's the orange plains again, and then we're back. So it's the same patterns, and they repeat. So you get multiple copies of the paper, which is why I only bought one of each book. I felt like one version of each is probably enough. So there's that one. And then there's this one. I did not buy all of them. There were some that I flipped through and I was like, I don't really like those patterns. So I love the whimsical mushrooms. And what's funny is some of them were whimsical, but I didn't necessarily like all of the whimsicals. If that makes sense. I did like the little whimsical fat bees. Thought they were cute. That's a take it or leave it one, but it looks like, oh no, I didn't see the leaves before. I probably did and just wasn't paying attention. Or I accidentally skipped it. But as you can see, so more of that background paper and in colors. And then again, these designs I don't mind. And I do have an idea on how to dress these up. I have not decided whether I like them to just go in a book as a black and white page. But in the same token, it would depend on the journal. So there's that. Okay, and then I got this one. Again, for the backgrounds. I actually looked to see if I liked the backgrounds more so than I looked to see if I liked the pictures. Because if worse came to worse, I would decorate up this side and cover this picture up and keep this. I thought these were cool. So there's that one. Okay, then there was this one. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, it's falling out of my lap, guys. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is one too. And I don't know what this brand, Chartwell Books, it says back here. But I don't know, like, maybe it's this Creative Pages coloring book. Maybe it's that. I don't know. These ones reminded me of wallpaper patterns. For some reason. Some of them. Most of them. Not all of them. That one definitely. That one. That one kinda. This one kinda. I mean, that could be. So could that. Yeah, I mean, they remind me of wallpaper patterns. Anyway, this is why these videos end up being an hour apiece. And then I had this one, which was Christmas, which I love. So we got snowflakes, nutcrackers and rocking horses, ornaments and pine cones and such, mistletoe. Miscellaneous Christmas stuff. And then we're back to snowflakes. And the images are all like Victorian. I love these. So, yeah. These ones almost look like they were printed on like vellum or something, but they're not. I mean, the look is, and that looks like one of those etchings that you get from when they used to do print block etchings. I actually like a lot of the coloring pictures on that one. Okay, so that's another one. Then I found this one. I got this one because, not for nothing, they have the picture in color next to the picture that you're coloring. So they're Thomas Kinkade paintings. And I've been telling you for a while, because I have a Thomas Kinkade book, I have a Thomas Kinkade calendar, I have a Thomas Kinkade board book. I've collected up a bunch of Thomas Kinkade stuff. Are we thinking I might want to do a journal? I like his paintings. So the cottages and stuff, I like it. So I'm going to use these. Now, if I take the page out and I use this page as a page in the book, obviously the back matches this and not this. But, I might cover that up. This might be a big page or I don't know. So I got that one. So that's a little bit different than these. One that was very similar to these, and I liked the idea of, because what's not to like? They called it reverse coloring. So basically, they gave you watercolored pages, double-sided, and you were supposed to draw the pattern on it. And I was like, I'm just going to use the paper. Look at it. It's gorgeous. Some of it's like stamped. Or, I don't know, but the watercolors are amazing. I love it. And like I said, it's double-sided. So there's printing on that side and there's printing on that side. And, I thought this was great. This is just a bunch of watercolored scrapbook paper as far as I'm concerned. Or journal paper or whatever you want to call it. And then I found this series of books. These were marked down. These were $12.99, marked down to $2.99. But this is similar to the Thomas Kincaid book where they give you the colored version and then a version for you to color. So the colored picture here doesn't match the coloring picture there. But is that not great? I mean, you get a big old floral picture. I love them. They'll be great in either big journals or cut down to really cool cards. You know how you cut something and you frame it so that it's like, it comes right up here and it cuts off part of the flower and it's right on the edge of the card or whatever. I actually like that look. So for some of these, they might get that kind of a thing. Depends. Some of them lend themselves to that better than others. But it's not a, I mean, it's a heavyweight paper, not a cardstock. And it's, it's coloring book paper. So all of these are pretty much that same. They're a heavier weight paper, but not a card for all of those. And we're going to shove this under here, I think. Okay. And then there was Glorious Flowers, which are just more flower bouquets. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. We have a lot to get through, guys. I say I'm not going to show you. I am skipping several pages as we do this. Okay, so we got that one. Oh, I got two of those. Okay, I'm going to put the doubles down here. I didn't realize I bought two of that one. And then I found one for birds. It says beautiful birds. I beg to differ on some of these, but yeah, I mean, really nice, right? And it's those, they're like really, really realistic nature drawings, like naturalists used to do in books. That's what these are. And I love them. So, got birds. At my one back near my house, I stopped in to see if they had gotten any new stuff or any more stuff, or there were any more of the 12 by 12 paper pads. Because remember I said there were some that I liked and I might go back and get a second one? Yeah, they were all gone. I did, however, find some more of these when I was in there that weren't at the original store, so I got them at this Ollie's. And I just wanted to show you. There's a ton of these out there with these cool, look at that, jars. With these cool background papers. And like I said, it's like getting a scrapbook. You know how you get the scrapbook and there's so many patterns of paper in there and you get so many copies of the pattern. Usually it's 12 patterns. You get 3 copies of each and there's 36 pages in the pad, something like that. This one is a lot more than that. It's a lot less pattern. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patterns, and you get however many copies of 6 you get with that many pages. Okay. So tons. So these were fun. This is summer. So you got waves and the ice cream, kites, just miscellaneous tropical looking things, oranges and fruit, a cool swirly pattern, and then back to the waves. So another one of those. And then this one also had this twilight mushrooms. I like mushrooms. I don't know what it is, but there was all these cool whimsical mushroom backgrounds. And some that were kind of more realistic, but more whimsical than, like, no, more back to the beginning. And then, of course, there's all these mushroom pictures, which are cool. Anyway, okay, so as you can see, I have a very large collection of coloring books now. All right, so I found this. I don't know, I've never done this, but for $1, I figured if I try it and can't do it, so be it. I'm assuming you have to buy some special foiling paper. But you basically put this into your Cricut or your Silhouette. I don't know if it works on both. It says in cutting machine and doesn't name a brand. So you insert this into your machine, and you can have it foil something onto paper in whatever, because there's those patterns that you can get online that are drawn, not cut. So you get it to do that, but you get it to do it on foil, and it foils the paper for you. So I figured I would give it a try. I mean, like I said, it was $1. I don't know how much they go for regular. They don't usually put prices on these boxes, so I can't tell you how much this was in the store. If anybody knows, feel free to reach out. But yeah, so they had that. I also found just some acetate. These are actually for packaging, I think. They're the ones that have the peel away. Well, just like the packaging, it's got a peel away piece. They have that. So they're like little packaging, but there's 20 in each one, which means for me, 40 sheets of acetate, because I would separate them into sheets and use them for specimen cards and, that kind of thing. CD envelopes. So that's 80 sheets of acetate for $2. Okay, and then I found, I don't know if it's all got kept together or if it's like all separated, or I'm trying to keep the like stuff together. I did find these, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get them, but I looked at them and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize it was 2 different sheets. So it's back and front. I thought the stickers were really cute. I mean, they were $1. Again, sometimes there's a price printed on the packaging itself, but none of these have that. So I don't know. I also got these. I got more than one of these, but I can't find it in the bag right now. Oh, here. Okay, and then I got a couple of these. It was dots. They're textured. Can you see? Down here is where my glare isn't. So can you see the, I don't know if you can see the texturing. They've got like little ridges in them. Almost like they're supposed to look like a seashell or something. But they were all different colors, and I thought they were neat for. And then there were these. Now, I didn't know what these were at first. They're actually brads. Okay? This is just glued. I don't know if you can see it. Let me pull this out of here. It's actually just glued to the top of a silver brad. In some of the packages, these roses or flowers were coming off of the brads. So I may actually intentionally pop them off and use these as decoration and the brads separately, or decorate the brads myself or whatever. But they were popping off in the boxes. So I don't know if I'll keep those together or not. I don't know. I think I got 2 of them. These are for that, that handheld printmaker thing that you can get that it'll print. I think it's wireless. Like it'll print things you tell it to from your computer or your phone or whatever you hook up to it. Oh, it opens from the side. I probably wasn't supposed to rip it out of its packaging. So it's a lot of little tags and things. I'm opening it because I want to see if they are, I want to see what they are. Okay, they're just thin. It's a thin card, and they're just little tags, and there's all kinds of shapes in here. I mean, all kinds of like flag shapes and stamps, and there's a don't forget card. Oh, it's got little things on it. There's some scalloped. There's some tags, and they've all got that kind of semi-shiny gold on them. So, yeah. I think I got 2 packs of these. I'm not positive, but I think I did. I'm going to go ahead and get all of these out of here and throw this into the trash bin. It's actually a recycle bin, but, Okay, so these, I got 4 of these. Mistletoe and mittens. See all the tags and things? They're all Christmas related. Little hat, all kinds of stuff. Joyful season, best moments, winter wishes. There's just all kinds of things in there. Oh, these. Okay, so these are, I know I unpackaged the weirdest stuff. These are just craft. They're cards and envelopes. Size A2. Okay. But I don't have any black envelopes. So I thought that was kind of cool. These are just black cards. Okay. And then these are, they're very smooth. They've got kind of a semi-buttery feel to them. And there are 6 cards and 6 envelopes. And like I said, the only reason I got several, I don't need any more envelopes, but the only reason I got several of these was because I don't have any black envelopes. And I thought they were really cool. So, they're not going to stay up there. My cutting mat is slightly too small for my area. It's a 36-inch cutting mat, but it has a border, and this desk is 3 feet exactly, maybe a little slightly under. So they clash. Okay, let me see what else is in here. All right, so I did end up with 4 of these. I'll go ahead and open one. All right, so let's look and see what's in here. Isn't that the whole point of a haul video? Open them up and see what you get. All right, then I'm just gonna have to figure out where to put them when I'm done. I do not know where I don't like have a set spot for die cuts. I need to make one. Oh, that's the sticker. Okay, so you got all these little tags and things. Really cute. Making spirits bright. A little scroll. Merry days ahead. Joyful, that punches out, so that's a tag. Tag. A little winter squirrel. Pine cones. I like these. You know what I like to do with these? I like to put them, so you glue this down as a little pocket, and then you stick these little tags in it. Music. Jolly Santa Claus. Ooh, here's a little frame. That's fun. Okay, and we got an ornament with Santa's face on it. Or maybe that's just supposed to be Santa's face. There's a wreath. Okay, so that's what's in the top one. Let's see what's in the bottom one. These are card, heavier than I'm trying to decide. It's not as heavy as like a greeting card. Here's some more of those little things. And like I said, you can even do it the tall way and stick a tag in there. I think these are fun for that. That's cute. Oh, look at that with the little, there's 2 of them. Those would be fun to stick in a pocket. You might, what I do with the calendar ones, like if I get them out of date, you could thread something through there and glue it down to decorate the edge of it. There's 2 postcards, green and red. I'm gonna put those on the bottom. Okay, and then here's stamps. How fun is that? It's a whole sheet of them. They're perforated, so you can punch them out. And we have another one of the picture frames, and here's another one. Those are fun. Another scroll and a tag. And I like these. These are little tickets. Again, perforated, so you can separate them. You got Joyful Season, Best Moments, and Winter Wishes. Now, I will say the perforation is kind of slightly in the ticket on the top. So when I take this off, Best Moments is going to have a little red stripe at the top. So if you wanted to do this with scissors so that it didn't do that, you probably could. Happiest of Holidays. Tags. Here's a little ticket and a Merry little sheet. So lots of little Christmassy ephemeras. I got those because, and I got so many of them because I have those little golden book journals that I'm still working on that are Christmas. And this will make great ephemera and stuff for those. Then I found this. I don't know if I got more than one of these. I think I only found one of these. I don't think I had an option to get more than one. Oh, this one doesn't have the, you have to open the top, I guess. It doesn't open. It doesn't have a, it doesn't have a, like a peel away thing. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so we got a little numbers, don't wait, adventure awaits you, some little tags and banners, and these are for journaling. So that says currently loving. So you would tack that down and then you would list stuff under it or put it on a picture or, you know, whatever. And then there's some little stars and hearts and all these. I like these little number tiles. And there's star and hashtags. And focus on the good. There's another star. I'm assuming these are more number tiles. These number tiles are great. I would have just taken a package of these number tiles. It looks like those old-fashioned, I might be dating myself here, but those old-fashioned analog clocks that the numbers used to flip. That's what these look like, with the seam in the middle. Ticket, banner, travel log, ticket, hashtag, here and now. Yeah, this is definitely planner stuff. So, I don't know. Some of it I'll use. I don't know what I'll do with some of it. Maybe I'll stick it in my own journal because I'm going to have to start keeping one now that I'm going to be busy. But, I don't know. Journaling, like planner stuff and journaling stuff aren't necessarily the same to me. So I wouldn't necessarily use, like everything that's in my planner, I wouldn't necessarily put in a journal. Which is why I bought all those Happy Planner pads, but I struggle to use them in journaling. I used to actually have Happy Planners. So I actually used to use the stickers, but I thought, well, they're stickers. I could use them in the journals. And then I look at them and I'm like, yeah, but I don't actually like what they say. It's not the same. Okay, there's a tab. That's a favorite things tab. Real life. Here's a remember this tab. Those are kind of cool. There's an and sign. Ticket. Best day ever. These would be something that I would give somebody with a journal. Like if I made a journal and I stuck tags from this in here, like I stuck tags in this, these tags and some of this other stuff went into the journal, I might mail these or send these with the journal in an envelope or something inside so that you could use it to put it on, like if you took the journal on vacation and you wanted to put this on a day and you wanted to attach it, then it would be in the journal for you to attach. Does that make sense? New week, noted, details. Always like the details. Some more blank tags. We like blank details. Love this moment. Today's date. This is it. Write it down. Give it all you've got. Good stuff. Write this down. And this is a list. I like the list ones. Things to do stuff. I don't know what that means. Things to do, and then the stuff you need to do it, maybe. Okay, so that's that one. And I'm pretty sure there was only one of these. So I only got one kit of this, and I'm actually kind of glad. Because I would have bought more than one of these and been a little disappointed. I don't do the journaling. I don't do the well, no rehashing. I'm not going to rehash. Okay. So there were boxes of these. And I got bunches of them. So they had several different shapes. So I'm going to take them out because we're going to look and see what comes in each one. So they're paper. They're not card. It's a heavyweight paper, but it's paper. Okay, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brown craft paper ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white, regular plain white paper. Now, they already have a hole reinforcement on one side. Yes, on one side. So there's a hole reinforcement already on them that matches the paper. There were 5 of those. There seem to be 7 of the white ones. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the black ones. Now, the black ones feel textured on the back and smooth on the front. It's not a heavy, it's like construction paper texture. And these are definitely also paper. I would not say they were construction paper, but that's what the back texture feels like. Is what it reminds me of. Okay, so we got those, and I got another, let's see. Most common tag shape, I ended up getting 5 of those. Okay, and then you got the circle ones. I don't know that I need to take them out, but I'll take a set out. Why not? Okay, and again, they're just paper. As far as circles go, these are, looks like 3-inch circles. So I suppose, I do have a 3-inch circle punch. So I suppose if I glued these down to reinforce them, I could just punch them back out. And I got 3 of those. I also found these. These appear to be little curled pieces of, it says tube. I'm assuming this has to, I don't know, maybe you just take the sticker off. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's like little plastic pieces of confetti, except they're rolled into little tubes. That's what it is. That's what I thought it was. It's not like crimping tubes for jewelry or anything like that. It's little, like, confetti tubes. Okay, in all these metallic colors, which I thought was really fun. And I figured I could put them in shakers. That's mostly what I bought that for. Now that I've got all that acetate, I should make some shakers. They also had a whole ton of this one color glitter. So I said, what the heck? You know, I mean, why not? I only got 1. Wandering off the aisle. If you remember in the last Ollie's haul, I said that there were some pads that weren't on the dollar rack. They're not the same brand. They're not American Crafts. They're DCW. What did I do with my knife? They're double-sided. These were not the ones that were at the original Ollie's. Pretty sure. I didn't look, but I'm pretty sure this wasn't it. And I thought these were, this is jungle again. So I thought it would be fun to have these. They're a lightweight card. I thought it would be fun to have these for those. That's got silver foil on it. Several of these pages had silver. That's got silver foil. Can you see both sides? Am I not? Sorry. That's got a little bit of foil in between, like on the black. Okay, so I ended up with 2 of those. I think it was the only 2 left. Now this, again, was not on the... I do seem to recall that Joann Fabrics did sell Park Lane. And this isn't anything special. The reason I got it is because it's 60 sheets of, it says printed cardstock. It's not, it's textured cardstock. It feels like fabric. It's a smoother texture on this side and a rougher texture on this side. And it's just basically neutrals. But the neutrals are, I mean, you've got some neutral greens in here and all kinds of browns, some creamy yellow, some gray. So there's all kinds of neutrals in here. And that's the reason I bought it, is because it's double-sided neutral paper. And it's a light card. It's not heavy. And they don't put weights. There's 60 sheets in here. I think there's, I want to say there was 4 of each color. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 of each color. Yeah, 3 of each color. Okay. But the neutral, I mean, neutrals are just useful. Got that. And I found this. Now, this is a heavier card. But I loved the pattern. This buffalo check. Isn't that what they call it? This is definitely a heavier card than what is in any of the pads. But the sheets, no matter what they are 25 cents a piece. So I think I got a dozen. This is going to make great back. You can write on that, so it will make great neat backgrounds for journaling cards in journals where you're doing pink things, roses, flowers, Valentine's Day, you know, who knows, but I just thought that was really pretty. The other thing I found, and I got to see if I have them all here. It's duplicates of the same pads, but when you find out what these pads are, these were $1 a piece, okay? Just like everything else. This was on the dollar thing. I'm going to take 4 away, just show you one of each. It's washi. Okay? So it is a sheet of washi. They peel away. I don't know if that's to help you peel it or if that actually, no, it's not punched through. So it peels. I got several, so I can go ahead and look. It's a washi sheet. Okay? I thought this was awesome. It took me a minute to figure out what they were. At first, I thought that was just journaling paper, like a deco paper, and it was a really interesting. But then the more I felt it, the more I was like, that feels like a sticker on a background. And then when I read it, up here in really tiny letters, it says washi sheets. So all different patterns and colors. There's foil on some of it. Did we see the... So it starts here. There's foil. I'm looking up at my screen to see if you guys are seeing the shimmer. Because when it lays flat, you can't tell. But if I wiggle it and let it catch the light, you can see it. So I'm trying to make sure that it catches the light. Stars. I have a pad that's got paper that looks like that in it. That Formica looking stuff. Those are foil. That's foil. That's got foil writing on it. That's got a foil longitude, latitude circle. Foil music. Foil map lines. That looks like a topographical map. So I got 5 of those. Well, when I flipped through it, it doesn't duplicate. They're all different. And so if I wanted more than one, I mean, you had to get as many as you wanted copies of the sheets of. This, and they had boxes of these. So that was this one. And then the other one is washi strips. So a whole page, there's brown washi strips. Browns with copper strips. And they get thinner as they go up. Blue, and then blue with shiny, metallic blue. And then this, I guess that's supposed to be the oranges. Black and white. That's that kind of brushed gold. So it's not quite as shiny. It's a metallic light blue. Kind of a turquoise with metallic, or green with metallic. There's the pink, metallic pink strips. There's green. Green strips. Oops. Purple and purple strips. There's a darker blue. Oh, and these are silver strips. Okay. And then you got red and red strips and yellow and kind of gold strips, the shinier gold strips. Okay. And again, there was a single sheet of each kind of strip, so I bought 5 of them. I thought these washi tablets were awesome. Up by where I used to shop at Sam's Club, there's an Ollie's. I went up to that Ollie's and I found some different stuff. Like, for example, I found this. This is a photo sleeve fuse tool. So basically it's for fusing acetate. I have those acetate things, and I didn't even think about this until I just looked at this just now. And I want to make specimen cards, and I want to seal something in between 2 pieces of acetate. I can seal it shut around the edges with this. This is supposed to seal the pockets. See the little ruler, and then you put the heat tool in there and it seals the pocket shut. So yeah. Or in this case, it seals them down so they can make waterfalls, cascade sleeves and all that. So I think I'm going to test that theory. Do you remember the old Smash journals? I suppose they're still out. This was interesting to me. These are by K & Company. K & Company did a whole line of Smash products, I think. And these are calendar pockets. Yeah, so it's a pocket, but it's got a calendar on the front. And they're cardstock, probably medium weight, somewhere between light and medium weight. And I thought they would be fun. I don't know how wide they are. I got 4 of them. There's 2 pockets in each pouch, so it's 4 pockets per package. I got 4 of them so that I would have 6. There's 16 here. That just about covers a school year. 18 months. Well, I don't know. So I was thinking 18-month calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1/4. So these would have to go in a bigger journal. Got those. Also found, let's see. Let me pull this up in my lap like I did then. Okay, so I found some travels. I love this Jolie's, the 3D stickers. So I found these travel stickers. I also got 2 of these. They're that same Jolie's boutique, but they're 3D glittery poinsettias with rhinestones in the middle. I got some more washi tape. I saw washi tape with the other ones, and I started looking at the washi tape going, are those patterns you're actually going to use, or are you just buying it because it's $1? And I discovered that I might have just been buying it because it was $1. Okay, this is a Heidi Swap item. It's basically a bunch of different circles. So they've got kind of a shine to them, like an embossed, like if you were to put embossing powder down and melt it, like that. So we've got these striped circles. These circles are about 2.5 inches, maybe. A little over 2.5 inches. A little over 2.5 inches. So a 2.5 punch would be a little too small. They are cards, so you could just decorate them and they'd be fine. So there was 3 with stripes. Oops. 3 with this kind of bullseye pattern. Can you see? I don't know if you can. You see it right there? It's white on white, so it's like... Okay, and then we had 2 of the thin stripes. And 2 of... Okay, so here you have the polka dots embossed. See them? And then here you have the sheet embossed and the polka dots are flat. All right, and then you've got... Oh, it's a whole bunch of... Oh, there's 12 of these escal. I guess the idea is to do this and make big flowers. Maybe? I don't know. It's not like there's instructions on here. I feel like you buy it and you do whatever you want with it, but that's the first thing I thought of when I saw it, if you were going to use the pieces together. And then you've got 12 scalloped circles, which is kind of cool. We know how much I love those greeting card things, especially now that I've discovered that version of belly bands and pockets and tucks that I like to do with the flats. I got 2 of these. Going back to those boxes of greeting cards with drawers. I got 2, so I'm going to put one down. These were another one of those sets with a really nice box with a drawer in it that was only $1.99. So I bought 2, and I thought the decorations were fun. This is actually a like instruction sheet to give you ideas on how to use some of them. Because some of them, like there's a blank card in here that just has quotes and then you write in your quote. So this is kind of a, like, you could call it a bonus, but I don't know. I don't know what I'll use that piece for, but there you go. All right. And then basically you get, there's the ones I was talking about. So it's just quotes. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're blank on the inside. So these are a ton of fun to use as journaling spots on those flat belly bands and stuff. That's what I like to use these kind of things for. And I don't have any that are like this. And I think these would be fun to collage in front of. Okay, that one just says, well, ... There's a little smiley face. Here's a hashtag with a line so you can write something on there. The exclamation point is gold. This is just a thank you card. And then you've got this giant question mark. Now, as you'll see, some of them go up and down and some of them go this way. So you could absolutely, by all means, glue this down as a tuck and have it lift. I mean, that works as well. Depending. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches wide. And then, of course, the envelopes that have these really cute little flaps. I mean, they're just plain white envelopes, but that's adorable. So, and then, of course, they come in these boxes with these great little drawers. You know what I really want to make? I just don't have any place to put it. Is some sort of little thing that holds all of these. Actually, you just glue the boxes together. And then you put little knobs on the front of these boxes and you can pull them out. And in these would be your ephemera. I want to make like a little ephemera dresser out of these boxes because I have a ton of these boxes. Okay, so the only paper pads that were left at my Ollie's, you've seen these paper pads, I got them before, but the only ones left were these 6x8s from K & Company, and I liked them enough to buy some more since, I'm sorry, $1 a paper pad, I can't help it. I'm not even going to put these in the thing, though, because you've already seen those, so I'm going to drop them back there with the duplicates. I also got 2 more of these. This was the last 2 they had. The $1.99 for the double-sided Regency pads, the 6x6s. Got 2 more of those. Also, guess what they had at my Ollie's for $1? Heat tool. $1. I got lots of cheap tools, guys. They had some more of these. This one is kind of I got 2 of them. This one is kind of Valentine's. So let's pull them out of the envelopes and go through them like we did the others. I'm seriously considering making that dresser I just told you about. So I have a place to put all this. Seriously considering it. It's just a matter of where to put it. Eventually, I'll take you guys on a finished tour of my craft room. Of course, I need to stop buying things to put in it, but that's a different story. Okay, so we've got all kinds of little Valentine things. You are my lucky charm. Hugs and kisses heart. That's cute. You could almost put that on St. Patrick's Day. There's one with the little punch outs. It's like one of those paint cards. And it's got little Valentine sentiments. Here's a Queen of Hearts. Some tickets. Another ticket. Tag. I like the way we're mixing St. Pat's and Valentine's Day. Here's a scorecard. Looks like Yahtzee. Like a Valentine's Yahtzee. Here's a Valentine's Bingo. That's what they look like to me. Little rose. Is it 2? Another 2. Oh, a jack. And a king. Here's a strip of tickets. And kiss me. Little note cards. Here's a lucky horseshoe. And a 4-leaf clover with a heart as the final leaf. Here's a heart maze. Oh, here is a Valentine bingo card. Here's a smaller version of that rose or peony or whatever it is. This is a Valentine heart. It's got the yes punched out. Here's another one of those little candy hearts. Another ticket. Another flower. Another candy heart. And then there's these little random squares with little messages in them that you can use for whatever. This is the kind of stuff you stick down in those, like you make an envelope and you stick a bunch of little cards in it, or, you know, it's that kind of stuff. Especially these little candy hearts. Those would be fun down inside a little envelope. And then you got that one. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out where to put all these die cuts. Okay. Now, I got a measuring tape because they started putting Singer stuff out at mine. So there was lots of sewing things. There was also lots of baking things. So they're starting to diversify what's out there. But it's all stuff that was sold at Joann's. So this is, a pink measuring tape. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. I also got... I got 2 pink measuring tapes. I think I was thinking about making a sewing journal and using this as a closure. Depending on whether or not that's a vinyl. I think it's a vinyl tape, so I don't know. But I might try and figure something out because I think it would be really neat if that was wrapped around your journal as a closure. And then there were these smooth A2 craft. I know. This was just the envelopes, though. I think is the reason I bought this. And I got 2 of them because they were $1 and there's 50 envelopes in there. I like the fact that they were craft paper. I think it makes it a lot easier to decorate. Not bright white, don't need coffee dyeing for certain projects, you know, that kind of thing. They're great for flip out pockets and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have a lot of craft envelopes either. Most of mine are like junk mail. Okay, I got some more of these. Mostly because these city scene cards, I thought it would be a ton of fun to get some paper dolls and put them on here as collage. That's what I want to do with these. So when I saw that they still had them, I'm thinking about biting the bullet and buying. I've never bought any Tim Holtz paper dolls because I always thought, well, I could just make my own because I can. But I'm thinking about buying a pack just to do this project. And I have more of these downstairs, so I have a ton of these to do this project with. And then I found these ones, which are, they're supposed to be cards, but they're for coloring. They're coloring postcards. Okay, so I don't think there's any, these are coloring postcards. So, they don't have a postcard thing on the back, although you could create your own. But, and I'm not even sure if there's more than one of each design. They might all be different. But I thought they would be fun. And they were $2.99 for a box of 50 coloring cards. I'm running out of space. I don't even have a place to put my knife. So I found some more Project Life stuff. Although this says Heidi Swap, but that's the Project Life person. So, are they one and the same person? I don't know. Anyway, let's open one of these up. I got 3 of them. Again, I don't know. I'm on the fence. But again, I thought about the fact that you could put these in envelopes and send them with a journal for people to, like, when they're journaling, add these things to their journal. Although if I was doing a summer journal, I really do like that sentiment right there. It says summer should get a speeding ticket. I agree. When in doubt, travel. You can leave your worries underneath the palm trees. Wi-Fi. Let's wander where the Wi-Fi is weak. Wander often, wander always. Born to roam. So this is like a wanderer's journal. Adventure, travel, that sort of thing. Wanderlust. Tags. Oh, the places you'll go. I need a vacation. Stat. Yes. I feel like we're all constantly in that state of mind. Weekend getaway. Where to next? Always the scenic route. Pack your bags. City line. Wild and free. What does that one say? Get your happy on the go. Life is good. Oh, and then you got some triangle shaped ones here. Maybe I shouldn't go through and read them all. Road tripping, see the world. I say as I read them all. I love today. Those are the kind that I would put in the packet to sell rather than vitamin C. Some circle ones, some more square ones. It's just like Project Life stuff. So I mean, they're little cutouts and they're little cards that you would use. They're not journaling cards, so I don't know. I might use them as small tucks, and then you could tuck a small tag behind it on a page or a small, there's some more circle ones. Some of them have some shiny foil on them. There's some diamonds and some hexagons. I mean, you got all different shapes, so that's fun. And then here it appears that they have given you photo corners. Foil photo corners. I guess one on each side. Yeah, there's one there and there's one there. So there's one on either. Oh no, I picked up two. That's funny. Okay, so photo corners. Oh, there's a set of foil ones. And then a set of pink ones. And a set of white ones with little pink stripes. And then a set of big ones. Or is there a set of all the colors in big? Foil. Oh no, okay. So foil, this kind of black and gray stripe, and the green. Okay, so photo corners. I like those. Those are nice. And they're sticky. I also think, yeah, this little piece down here comes away with the photo corner, so the picture would sit on top of that. It's like a pocket, just so you know. I'll put that on there for now. Okay, I got more of these. These were a pad that I hauled in the first Ollie's haul. This was another one of the only pads that was still there when I went back to my Ollie's. They had new stuff out, but all the pads were gone. Okay, and then they had new paper out. Oh, I got these. These are iron-on patches, but I thought they might make fun glittery journaling cards. I don't know. I got the idea because I got some denim patches, and I was thinking about doing that with those. Okay, guys. The last thing I got was some of the loose paper. 25 cents a sheet. This is a lightweight card. I'm guessing these are 8 by 8. And as you can see, it's got like an embossed leaf pattern. And then this one's got a gold damask pattern on craft paper. I got a dozen of each of these. So those. I actually bought some of this polka dotted paper at a Joann Fabrics before they went out of business, like last summer, in different colors. But they had it at my Ollie's in this 8.5 by 11 gray, which I know I bought more than one sheet of. And then they had it in this 12 by 12 red. Yeah, there's the gray ones. I think I bought 4 of each. So $1. They were 4 for $1, 25 cents, whatever. Like that. So, and then I bought 4 of these red ones. Okay. And then I got these soda pop tops, which I thought were really fun. And this is Bow Bunny. I might have gotten 8 of these. Because I have some beach journals and I have some beach calendars, and I just thought this was fun paper. So I think I got 8 sheets of that. All right, guys. That is Ollie's. Well, 3 different Ollie's, but Ollie's nonetheless. So if you're on the hunt, keep looking. I have heard from I did hear from one of the Ollie's that people call ahead and ask if they have their American crafts out on the floor for sale. So you can call ahead to locations before you make a trip. And I did not do that, so I got lucky for the one that I went to. But yeah, you can call ahead. I've been hearing from other people who have found great things at other locations, and then some people where it's a miss. So have fun hunting, and I hope you find great things, and I will see you guys in the next haul. Bye.